Hello class and welcome back to Sunbro 101. Today we will be taking an extended look at the Pursuer boss fight. Now the first thing to note is that I'm not wearing the red eye ring, and that is a 100% mistake. I will put that on here in a second. But the Pursuer reacts very differently to the red eye ring than the Last Giant does. The Last Giant didn't really care. Pursuer, he takes a little bit more notice. But for this first fight, we're just going to talk about the Pursuer's moveset just a little bit. So, walk through the fog and immediately he's attacking me with his 3-hit combo. You want to roll through the shield bash of the 3-hit combo and continue to strafe around him. This is the Pursuer's dash attack. He does it a couple more times. I'll explain what to do there because he's already well, there's another dash attack. For his dashing attacks, all you have to do is strafe to the right. You don't have to do any rolls, you don't have to do anything fancy. Just strafe to the right and you'll be safe from any dashing attack. Again, there is your 3-hit combo, you roll through the shield bash. Here's the dashing attack, you strafe to the right. The only other attack that you saw from the Pursuer is the giant blue sword. You do not want to get hit by the giant blue sword. It is not rocket science. If he does hit you, it curses you, and I believe he gains another set of attacks, some sort of ranged magic attack. I actually don't know because I've never seen it. I have just heard of it. Ideally, you do not want to get hit by it. Pretty simple stuff. In this next fight, this host will summon another phantom. We're going to look at positioning a little bit. Your ideal positioning for this fight, if you are holding aggro of Pursuer, you want to try to keep Pursuer's back towards your host and your other phantom. This just leaves him exposed, and allow your fellow players to get free reign on the boss's back. Not a lot of bosses in this game can attack directly behind them. Even fewer can attack directly behind them at range. So this is the best position you can be in. As you can see, Summon and Host blasting with magic, while I am just trying to keep Pursuer's attention by the ballista. And as you can see, magic again makes very quick work of bosses in this game. And he's dead. So if you can get in some sort of positioning like that, highly recommend it. Very, very useful. So up until this point, I'm thinking, yeah, red eye ring, pretty good against Pursuer. But something that I haven't taken into account up until this point is that everybody that I fought the Pursuer with in those first two fights was really attacking him at range. I was the only melee target. Pursuer only has really melee attacks. So since I was the only one he can hit, I was the only one he can attack. In this fight, the host also is playing a melee style character, and it changes the way Pursuer acts. Again, I walk through the fog, he's immediately on me. He does his dash attack, you strafe right, and right here. So, Pursuer is no longer attacking me, he's attacking the host. Which doesn't make a lot of sense because I'm wearing the red eye ring. I had him aggroed on me. I was the closest target to the Pursuer, and I was the last person to hit him. So there's no reason he should have switched targets, but he did. So this red eye ring that I'm wearing, it's not a black and white ring. And what I mean by that is, it's not a, yes, this boss is always affected by the ring. If you are wearing it, he will always attack you. And it's not a, no, they will never attack you. The giant didn't seem to care if I wore it. Pursuer, we know it works against him because the moment I walk through the fog, he's looking at me. He's attacking me before I do anything. But if there's another melee target involved, it doesn't seem that he's glued to the person who's wearing the red eye ring. He can ignore you. And that's really interesting. Later in the playthrough, there are some bosses that when you're wearing the red eye ring, they will attack you no matter what. The entire boss fight, they will attack you. But the ring seems to be a sometimes kind of deal. So we're going to start this back up again. And immediately I'm trying to regain the Pursuer's aggro. And I hit him once, and he's right back on me. It just seems that the Pursuer, it's not a guaranteed lock. He can pick other targets. He's not 100% affected by the ring. And again, here, he turns away, does a shield bash to the host. 3-hit combo. You roll through the shield. That was actually far enough away that that was unnecessary. The dash attack, you strafe right, he doesn't hit you. And now it's kind of back to what you've seen before. But it is interesting. The red eye ring, not a guarantee against Pursuer, but it does very much help. He does seem to target me more than anybody else. So, watch your stamina, watch the shield bashes, don't get hit by the giant blue sword. Pursuer isn't that difficult of a boss. You do encounter him at a couple times through the story, and when you do, he has a whole bunch of health, at least in the first time you re-encounter him in New Game. He's got a ton of health, but his moveset is the same. So you can do the same things you did here, you can do in the later points in the game. You also have the opportunity to fight Pursuer early. Again, same moveset. If you got him down, he's not too much trouble. This last fight, again, is just kind of to show you his different moves. You can see I don't always roll through the correct things, but if you continue to circle right, he does miss you with a whole bunch of things. Most of attacks come from his right to his left, so by strafing to your right, you can get away from almost everything. Like I was saying, you can fight him early. You actually don't get any reward for doing so, so it's just kind of up to you. Thank you all for watching. I do hope this was helpful in some way. The next video will be covering the bosses in Hyde's Tower. I hope you all have a great day.